Welcome to the channel. Now, question is the loquat tree the perfect fruit for zones 8 and 7, for zones 8 and 9 in Texas? No, it's not. I'm not that kind of channel, okay? I did see one that said that the loquat was the perfect fruit. I just seen the deal on YouTube and I was going, really? As far as being perfect. Now, I like loquats, all right? I think the fruit tastes good. Of all the different fruits I've tasted, they're probably one of the best, to be honest. You want to make sure the fruit's ripe. I think that kind of gets a knock on it sometimes because those over there aren't quite right. You want it to be that golden color. There, can you see that? This one's right, those over there aren't, okay? So we're gonna pick this one. But see, those aren't quite ripe yet. And if they're not quite ripe, they're gonna be pretty tart. Now, if we look inside them, I got my script here, I'm not going by it. If you ain't ever seen the side of a loquat, let's look inside. And this one actually got a lot of seeds in them. Probably don't need to actually do this, but you can if you want. Now we're going to pop the seeds out. Can you see the rest of it? You want that? And so you can see this one had 4. A lot of times they only got 3. Some of them only have 1. But you know, that's a fair amount of fruit to seed ratio. Some people peel the skin off of it. I don't. Now the seeds, if you're going to plant the seeds, you won't go ahead and plant them like this when they're still wet. If you let them dry out, they don't germinate as well. What I've been doing though is just sticking them back in here. This is the pot that they grow in. If they come up, I can always transfer them. If not, that's fine. And anyway, but when they say it's the perfect fruit, first off, some people like the flavor, some people don't. And this one is called Yehuda. If I was going to start one, I'd probably get a Yehuda. Doesn't have the tartness to it. And sometimes I think the tartness is one thing that kind of scares people away. This one here is champagne, and it's also in a container. And it's just now starting to ripen its fruits. Usually the fruits are bigger than this. It could be this is starting to get root bound. It's also fallen over a couple of times in the wind, so that could be a problem. Let's go over here and look at the one that's in ground. And I'll say this, if you're in zones 8, you're probably going to need, if you want to get fruit on any kind of consistent basis, you're going to have them in a container. Because the first knock on them is they're a weird tree. And they like to, or they're going to bloom in the fall of the year. Set their fruit, and then they got to take that fruit all the way through wintertime. And the blooms can take down to 26 degrees. My finger's dirty now. And the fruit can take down to 28 degrees. If you're in zone 8, that's going to happen, right? Most years, almost every year. Sometimes they'll have some late blooms, so you might be able to get by with it. Now we got down to 20 degrees here in January. And if I remember right, one did survive. And this is called Barbie. I do think I would get one, because it had a lot of fruit on it, but they froze. See all these fruits here, they were gonna make, but you got too cold for them. So that's gonna happen. Why this one here survived and the rest of them didn't, I don't really know why. And this tree has produced some fruit in the past kind of like this. Most of it's not going to, every one but that one didn't. But I think if you're in zone 8, that's what you're gonna see most years. So you can't be perfect if that happens. If you're in zone 9, here lately we hadn't made a whole lot of fruit, but I say we're probably gonna make fruit every 3rd, 4th year, something like that. maybe I really think every third year is kind of what you can be shooting for, unless you're in zone 9B. And 9B you may make every other year. You're not going to make every year. So that's another reason it's not the perfect fruit, because it's not going to produce fruit every year. A lot of times, like your stone fruits and stuff in other parts of the, here it doesn't, but other parts of the country, they make almost every year, unless you get a really late freeze. So, that's another problem. As far as pest pressure, it's pretty much doesn't have a lot of pests other than fire blight. It is a close relative of a pear tree. I did have one right over there that died of fire blight. Now this one didn't show any signs of it. That one did. It was the gold nugget that you used to buy. I think gold nugget is an inferior one. It's just not that great of a loquat. There's better ones out there, named ones, varieties. I would just assume have a seedling variety as I would the gold nugget. I think gold nugget's a seedling anyway. There's better genetics out there than the gold nugget. So try to get one. You have to go to a nursery. They're not going to have it at the big box stores. They're going to have gold nugget for whatever reason. I don't understand. But another good thing is it is a pretty small tree. This tree here is about 6 years old, I think, 7 at the most. So it's not a bad tree. It's not going to be like if you plant a pecan tree or something, the pecan tree or a mulberry tree is going to dominate the whole yard. It's just a nice little tree, and if you like that type of foliage, it's good. As far as winter hardy, it goes down into the single digits most years. I have heard some people they went down to 12 degrees during Snowmageddon into the Christmas freeze, and they didn't die. So to me, they're pretty hardy as far as in zone 9. Like I said, it's the fire blight that's going to get you, not the other. The fruit, I haven't had anything attack the fruit. The fruit does rot pretty easy, if you've seen some of those others starting to rot, but not bad. And the squirrels have left it alone so far. The birds have left it alone. Now, if they ever figure it out, I may have trouble. But so far, I have not had any problem with that. I haven't had any worms in them, nothing like that. So in that case, they're good. They're a good pollinator plant. As far as, since they are flowering in the fall of the year, bees hammer this stuff because they're ready to go into winter and there's not a whole lot of pollen in the fall of the year. So they will hammer it. So if you like to feed your bees, that's a good one here. I mean, you'll go out there and just hear it buzzing like you do if you go under the flowering Bradford pear and you hear that buzzing sound. That's what you hear on these trees. Bees love them. I would suggest, like I say, if you're going to put them in one of these big pots and take in and out, so you pretty much get fruit every year. If you do that, as long as you put them in when it gets in the 20s, you're going to be all right. You're going to make some fruit. And it makes fruit fairly easily. I mean, it may take, I got like the next year on the ones that weren't seeded varieties. I think Gold Nuggets is a seeded variety, so it took it it took it about 3 or 4 years before it started making fruit. But still, that's not bad. It's not like a pear tree. It's going to take you 10 years sometimes before it makes fruit, or at least 6 or 7 years. I mean, they just take a long time. And these, like I said, that tree over there is not a very big tree. It does pretty well. I have seen people try to grow them in 5-gallon buckets. That's not enough. You need to get a little bit bigger. You need to get a bigger size, and they're going to outgrow that pot eventually. Eventually, I'm going to have to take those trees out of the pot and plant them in the ground. But you can also, bring some seeded ones up and work at it that way. But, of all the exotic kind of flavors, I mean, I've tried the Barbados cherry, the Suriname cherry, cherry of the Rio Grande, what's some other ones? Muscadine grapes. I like the flavor of the Loquat best, and even kumquats. I've tried kumquats. I'm not a fan of kumquats. So I am fairly picky on some of these fruits. I do like this one. Is it the best tasting fruit I grow? No, but it is a good flavor for me. And some other people have also really liked it, but then some people haven't. So, and some people I think have a bad, they got a wild, seedling variety, and it might not taste that good. They might have picked it early, and I think they got a bad taste of it, and they kind of like, no, I don't like them. I'm not going to eat them. And if they're expecting something that's going to be a great taste, then they're going to be disappointed. But if you're looking for one that you can eat, you can snack on, yeah, it's good. Is it perfect? No. And I'm not sure if we have that many, perfect fruits, but this definitely isn't one. Mainly because of the winter problem. You can't carry them through the winter very many years. But anyway, that's the honest, I try to be as honest as I can when I'm talking about a fruit tree. I don't try to oversell it. I don't try to undersell it, but that's how I feel about them. Have any questions, put down in the comments and I'll give you an answer to them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.